Yeah. All right. Thanks for giving me that update. What's up? You're right, because I haven't sent anything out yet. So I'm going to send it out. Yeah, but I can just tell you now. I'm going to have you do, I'll put it in an email to everyone on this, but there's the section that's in donation to state. But I'll send you the page. All right, sorry for that. I had to go through 2 weeks of Yeah, what's up? Can you show me where you want to be storing? Yes, I can. Yeah, I'll show you. Good evening, let's go! Everybody up! Stretch! Does it feel early to you? I I don't think that's a bad thing. For us, it's not a bad thing. For church this morning, it was. Put your shoulders forward, rolling back. That is always, every since I've had this gig, it is that double-edged sword of Sunday morning. I'm like, oh, and then here I'm like, woo, all this energy. Wow, who knew? All right, repeat after me. Woof, 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 woof. Good. B flat major. B flat. B flat. Veil, 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 veil. And. Drop your jaw. Bravo. I want us to sing our vowel stream on that note. Bravo, take a seat. I have a lot I want to cover tonight, so let me go over the game plan with you. And then we'll do some announcements later on, and we'll do a big shout out for the great work you did last weekend with the festival. But I want to get right to Mozart. My plan for tonight is I want to begin with the Rex Tremende on page 24. Oh my God. We're already doing parkour. It's like, seems early. Anyway, we'll start at page 24 with the Rex Tremende, just to get our voices going and review this one. Then, my goal is I want to start the Domine Jesu Christe, which is the newest movement we learned before we had our festival. And then I actually just want to push. I want to do a bit of a readathon, a bit of a frame-in-a-thon. It's actually all very attainable. There's what we have left that we have not sang through are little chunks of things. And so I just want to get our voices and our brains around those so that we can polish those over the next couple weeks. And if we have time at the end, we'll go back to some earlier movements. But let's begin with the Rex Tremende, please. See what you remember. Read aggressively. 3 and intro and. Boom, boom, boom. Ba-da, da-dee, 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 body. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and breathe. Nice. Do it again. Breathe. Oh, excellent. Keep this one strong. Compass. Tenors. X. We. Think. Everyone sing the last note. Tease, ready, and. Good, thank you. All right, you're rock stars. Let's move on. Let's go now to the Domine Jesu Christe, which begins on page 43. Page 43, please. Page 43. We read this last week. Remember, all these Süssmayr movements. Again, you go to think about what makes a great composer, right? And Süssmayr was a good composer. He finished Mozart's Requiem. He deserves credit. But he wasn't Mozart. And one thing I think is interesting is a composer like Mozart takes one idea and is able to form measures and movements on it. Süssmayr, or a good composer, has lots of good ideas, and they just throw them all at you. And so in this movement, and I think all the Süssmayr movements, they're sort of miniatures of great ideas. And so in this movement in particular, this Domine Jesu Christe, as we go back to review it, let's remember that our head has to be on a swivel, and we're constantly adjusting. All right, can we read this on DDD once? DD, I know we did it on text, but let's just get the pitches back in us. 1 and 2 and ready and sing. Stop there. Wow, good memory, everybody. Awesome. Let's work our way backwards. Start on page 45, please. 45. And let's sing this section on starting at measure 21. This little fugato we got going. Let's do it a little under tempo, and everyone on do. Sing off your voice. So tenors, basses, falsetto when you need to. Sopranos, out same thing. Do. Here we go. Let's take it on the tempo. 3 and 4 and 1 and. Altos. Basses. 3 and 4. Bravo, good. Sopranos, measure 25. Can we sing it down the octave once on DDD? Down the octave on DDD, sopranos. And 1 and. Bravo. Now can we sing it on DDD still, but up the octave? And 1 and. Good. Yeah. That's an octave, not a 7. One more time, and do it on da 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 da. No text. Da da da. And 1 and. One technique I could give you is when you go down to the B natural, don't try to put too much pressure on it. Keep it light in the same space you need to sing the high note. If you go too heavy, then you're going to scoop up to the G. Keep everything in your high voice space. Just let the note come down. One more time, sopranos. It's very different. Yeah. Here we go. 25. And 1. And. Good. Very good. You'll get that. Now, can we do it on text? Ne absorbe. Actually, let's speak it on text once. Tenor start. Speaking. 3 and 4 and 1. Ne ab. Good. Let's all do it together. Everyone's a tenor. Everyone's a tenor. Speaking. The tenor part at 20, 21. 3 and 4 and 1. And ne absorbe. Good. 2 things. Do you say in? So eval, not in. And then can your ob of obscurum be more o? Obscurum. It's what we call an open O, right? So it's in between an ah and an u. So it's not quite Minnesota O. It's not quite ah. Obscurum. Can we speak it again? Everyone's a tenor. 3 and 4 and 1. Ne. Good. But this is a jumpy setting text, right? Ne absorbe. Can we sing it with more pluck, please? More staccato. And 1. Ne absorbe. Bravo. Can we all speak our own parts? No singing yet. Tenor start. 3 and 4 and 1. Ne absorbe adeas tartarus ne carantios. Alto. Ne absorbe adeas tartarus ne carantios. Ne absorbe adeas tartarus ne carantios. Basses. Nice. Can we sing it now? Sing it. Very nice. Wrong key. Sorry. Here we go. 3 and 4 and 1. Good. One more time. This time, soprano, you're doing a great job. But I would suggest, again, this is so exposed, it's so scary to read this. I know, it's very scary. But you will not sing it better by singing worse. So even as you go, you're doing tentative, am I right singing? And I want confidently wrong singing. I just want it just uninhibited, and I guarantee you it's actually going to be more too. Here we go, here we go, tenors. I want more of that. All right, tenors, you starting at tenors, great job. 3 and 4 and 1. See, in sopranos, that's exactly it. Again, so one thing I did this weekend, because I guess I am a masochist or something, I went to a handbell convention. So this is another part of my life, is I teach handbells, I ring bells, I love it. Many of you I know probably do too. It's one of my favorite things in the world. But I'm always amazed when handbell ringers, get tired. I'm like, you know what singers go through? Now I did ring a couple of big bell pieces, so I'm a little sore in the shoulder. But when they come on, people. But so I will say, as singers, we don't just ring a bell, we don't just play a note, right? What we have to do is bring our whole body into it. So even as we learn, we got to bring that whole instrument. Sopranos, that was excellent. All right, let's go back a section. Can we go to page 44, measure 15? Sopranos, this is an awkward A flat to come into. Just make a note that says this is an awkward entrance. Here we go, or something like that, right? And you have to be confident anyway. Here we go. All 4 parts on DDD. 3 and 4. 4 Good, stop. Now, on text, I think we can read this text. Libera. 3 and go. What? Yeah, very good. I just want to go ahead. Good. Thank you. Thank you. Tenors, I just wanted to go on so you felt that, because you go right on into this funky fugue. All right, let's go back. One more section. Back to page 43, measure 7. Doing just fine, everybody. Doing great. Let's sing this on DDD. So we're at and of beat 2 with the soprano entrance. All right, let's just DDD, and then we'll put on text. 1 and go. Very nice. So 2 things. Another thing I thought of this weekend while I was ringing, I encourage if you're here singing, you're part of an ensemble. One thing I think directors of any type of ensemble miss in life is they stop themselves being a member of an ensemble, and so you lose that empathy, you lose that understanding of what it is to be in an ensemble. Teachers get this way too, and so one thing that I would encourage us to do is, especially in a section like this, can you read the whole score? Right? So everyone's coming in at a slightly different time, except for the altos and tenors who are in duet, right? You have to read the whole score. So don't let something you hear in one of the other voice parts detract from you. Read the whole score. Know what your role is coming at your time. Here we go. Same place. Measure 7, beat and a beat 2. Here we go. 1 and on DDD still. 1 and D and. Good, very good. Let's on text now. And that's at Eva de Paris in fact. So just cross out the O if that confuses you. Te penis. It's the A vowel. Te penis infer. Here we go, sopranos. 1 and de. Very good, thank you. Can everyone's eighth note, which starts your phrase, be more of a pickup? Bum body. Right now it's wah. It sounds like one note. Bum body dun dun. Give it some structure. 1 and. Yeah, that's it. Money. At beginning now. Beginning. Can everyone speak? Everyone speak at the very beginning on text, please. Hushed, soft, piano, but with tons of text and energy. 3 and 4. Don't. That was so from reading the phone book. Rex Gloria, Rex Gloria. And in your head, you're like, I think that was loud enough for him. Maybe he won't stop. It was not. You didn't fool me. One more time, speaking, please. Speaking character. 3 and 4. Don't. What? Rex Gloria, Rex Gloria. What happened? All right, read again at measure 4. Now that you have your wits about you, read it 4. You got this. It's not hard Latin. You got this. Measure 4, a little slower. 3 and 4. Good. Can I just hear tenor and soprano speaking at measure 4? 3 and 4 and 1. Yes, very good. One more time, those 2 parts. If you haven't noticed, for 2 measures, almost 3, not quite, you duet. So you should have the same rhythm. 3 and 4 and 1. And I'll tell you, what gets us all in this text is that S, right? So just align the S to the omnum. Libera anima so, right? Don't go anima so. You're never going to be able to get a break in there. So align the whole thing in one breath. All right, singing for the beginning, please. Singing. See what happens. Hushed. 3 and 4. Don't. No. That was just soft. That was love song soft. I need fear soft. 3 and 4. Very good, very nice. Sopranos, we still got to work on that interval, but we'll get it, no worries. 47, page 47. Right on the few. Let's read this, see if we remember. Here we go. Basses, you start. Nice and strong basses. This is real forte. 3 and 4 and. Two and 3 and 4 and 1. Very nice, everybody. Wow, wow, wow. Good. I just want to touch a couple things of this. Very nice. First, can we go to, I'm just really impressed, actually, just really with your work tonight. It's amazing. 48, bottom of 48. Except here's what I'm really getting at. Look at 57 sopranos. It's actually an easier entrance than you think. It's just a step up from the altos there, right? So I actually think a thing you could maybe do is sort of hum or even sing along with the altos there to get that D. Their entrance, they're nailing that because it's better in the key for them. And so you could just pop up to that E. So don't just try to grab it out of nowhere. Really find a strategy. Can we begin? And that's actually just fine. Measure 54 with sopranos. Everyone else just come in when you can. Here we go. Sorry, not 54, 55. 55 with sopranos. Everyone else just come in when you can. 3 and 4 and. Bravo! Go into the rondo. 1 and 2 and 4 and 1 and 2 and. Good, stop. Very nice, very good. So everyone, thank you. So look at measure 67. And I want everyone to look at the piano reduction or the accompaniment. You guys have lots of long notes. What does the accompaniment have? Fast notes. It's got lots of stuff. And that translates to violinist going, and it translates to clarinets going, right? It translates to a lot of chaos. You have to be in time. You as the long notes, and again, it creates this crazy effect of sort of an orchestra that's bubbling along, and you all sing these beautiful long suspension chains. But if you get slow or you luxuriate too much, it all falls apart. Okay? So right at the top of 50, right in time. Right in time. You gotta be on beat, you gotta have that pulse. Let's sing it. Actually, it'd be fun if we all just sing use. All right, everyone started right on the edge of 67. Use. 3 and go. You. Good, so that's part of it. So let's make that change together. Just for the sake of uniformity, can we make that an eighth note, eighth rest cutoff? Let's just put the S on the use and sing. Sopranos, you really still don't have time to breathe, but it means that everyone else will be cutting off with you. Can we all just speak the downbeat of 67? 3 and 4. Use. Good. Can everyone go? Use. Ready, go. Use. Yeah. And sing it now. Just use. 3 and 4. Use. Good. Now let's go on. 67. 3 and 4. Use. Bases go. 1. Now pull up. Good. So can we do, I want us all to crescendo all the way through the A of A use. And then on use, we'll come back. We'll bring the dynamic back for a beautiful ending. Sopranos, I'm going crazy on you because, again, you have low note itis. Tenors have suffered from the syndrome as well. But you get a low note and you coast. And actually, you're like this upper pedal tone on the harmony. You're actually what's exciting here. So I need you to sort of burn through that note, especially on A. Can we start at measure 75, beat 2? And 1. Absolutely great. Good. Going on. Moving on. Now begins the truck forward portion of our night. Here we go. So I think we've been going too fast on this. I listened to a really beautiful recording today, and so one and two da dee da dee da dee da dee da dee. Not slow. It's not it's not Largo, but I feel like as we're rushing a bit, it should never get really to 1. All right, let's try. 1, 2, 3. That's it. Three and 4 and sorry. sorry. Okay, here we go. 3 and 4 and. Good, stop. Good. I want to run this, but I want Terry to do what he was doing. Terry's gonna play the accompaniment. Does not help you at all. Sort of does. Gives you tonality, but you have to be on. Oh yeah, play the accompaniment with him. Yeah, confuse them. Yeah, here we go. It's good. You gotta push yourself. You just nailed it with Terry helping you with parts, and now I want you to own your part. I think you can do it. So, but the one thing you're gonna notice is, again, the accompaniment is doing wild stuff. That's the fun of this movement. But you have to be locked on. Right? All right, let's start. Let's see what happens. Here we go. 3 and 4 and Quam oli mare, quam oli mare, promis isti. One and 3 and 4 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Yeah, you guys are rock stars. Turn the page, next page. I told you this is the moving on portion of this. All right, so we have a sanctus. Got maybe the shortest sanctus ever. I don't know. 10 measures. Holy, holy, holy Lord, God of power, might, heaven and earth are full of your glory. And then we do a little Hosanna, which is also really, really short. All right, and then annoyingly enough, doesn't repeat in full. The music, the musical motive repeats, but with different, slightly different. So it's like one of my little annoyances. Anyway, but that's me. All right, so this is song two, stuck, duck, 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 song, beep, bop, 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 beep, bop, 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 bop. All right, here we go. Do your best reading. 3 and 4 and off. 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 And nice. Not yet, just quite good. Hey, you ended on the right note. You gotta take that, right? All right, let's go back. Very nice. Proud of you guys. Let's go back to measure 58, please. Measure 58. Measure 58. All right. Oh, that's what I meant. Page 58. All right. Can we sing this on DDD, please? 3 and D. 4. Good, thank you, good. Can we just see, very nice. Can I just see your tenors and basses? Tenors and basses, please, on D. 3 and 4. nice reading. Soprano and alto, same place beginning. 3 and 4. Off. Yeah, and so do it 5. Lean into what you just did, but do more of it. Bum, ba, da. Good. Everyone now? This is shockingly good harmony here, right? It's actually clashy, right? So you have to be strong in your part. 3 and go. D. Off. Off. Go on. Take it. Hi, stop. All right. Page 6. Can we just hear bass and soprano? Bass and soprano at 6 on DDD. Bass start. Measure 6. 3 and 4. D. Good. And then sopranos, really read with your eyes, not with your ears or your gut, right? You have a lot of little subtle things that I think you can nail, but you really got to read. Alto and tenor at measure 6, please. I want these to be performance ready here in the next 5 minutes. Here we go. What? Come on, we get to 10 measures. You can do that. 1 and 2. Nice, good. And then everybody, real quick, before we read it on text, everyone look at measure 11, please. Can you just, if you are a alto, soprano, or tenor, can you just make a note? I would even put a staccato over that because we're going to be off to the races. There's no time for anyone. You don't have to accent it to Hosanna, and so we just want to clear the air for the basses. Okay. Don't hold on to that note. All right, beginning on text now, sanctus, please. And the S's should be right on the quarter notes. 3, 4. Yeah, there you go. Very nice. Yeah. All right, now let's go over our little Hosanna Fugato here. You read it super well. Actually, you think you didn't, but you actually did. You read it really well. So let's read it again, this time on DDD, but let's go under tempo. So this tempo, 1, 2, T, go. So here you go, 1, 2, T, go. D, D, D. Very nice. No retardando. Write that because you're gonna want to. Ba dee da dee off. All right. Very nice. Can we? Ooh, What to do. I know what we're going to do. All right, everyone is going to be a bass at the beginning. Everyone's a bass on DDD, please. And then, at the Allegro. From now on, when I say the beginning, I mean the Allegro. Here we go, because that's what we're working on. Here we go. 1, 2, T, 1. D. Good, stop there, good. I want you to do that again. Ba, da, dee, da, dee, da, dee, ba, ba, ba. Can you care less about each little note and care more about that 8th note phrase? Here we go. Again, 11. 1, 2, T, 1. D. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Much better. Now, do me another favor. Can you cut the dot off of the dotted quarter note? And you're going to do this every time you do this. And all that means is you're going to take a little lift, not a breath, but you're going to take a little lift to create a little separation before those 8th notes. This is just going to help us stay more in time. We do that now. Everyone's up to bass again. 1, 2, T, 1. Yay! All right, good. Now, doing that, can we all be on our own part and just read it again? Starting with the basses. Slower. 1, 2, T, 1. Let's spread out. Very nice. Sopranos. Very nice, everybody. Pick up to 29, please. Pick up to 29. Sopranos, you don't legato this. Just take a break. Just how are we lying to ourselves here? What are we doing? All right. Right. The musical idea is stronger than the text idea. So make the za in measure 20. Za 20, 29. The za in 30. Make it a half note. Sorry, 8th note. Make it an 8th note. Za da da dee da da. Right. Same thing. Za da da dee da da. It's about the musical idea there. Can you sing Pick Up to 29 for me, sopranos? On DDD. 1, 2. D. Yeah, and then it's just a scale. So don't overthink it. One more time, same place, sopranos. And 1, 2. D. Good. Everybody, beginning beating measure 11. Still on DDD. But more tempo, please. More tempo. 1, 2, T, 1. D. 1, 2, T. Nice. One place. Measure 27 basses. This is the kind of thing you kind of have to sing 400 times, then you'll never forget it. Start with the basses at 27. Basses on DDD. 1, 2, T, 1. Woo! Bass, very nice. All right. Now let's try it on text, see what happens. It will probably be a little messy. That's okay. Here we go. Starting at 11. Oh, actually, I lied. Measure 1. Beginning. Measure what? Song twist. 3 and 4. And. Watch. Yes. Watch. Go. Very nice. Everyone look at 30. Everyone start at 34. 34. I don't care what happens in rehearsal and the performance. When we get to 34, you just figure it out, okay? Come back together. Don't slow down. We're just going to the end. No retardando. 34, everybody. 1, 2, go. 2, 3. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bravo. Then there's the beautiful little Benedictus solo quartet. And then, let's do it. 66. Infuriating. Zusmeyer, you could have just repeated that little fugue again. But you said, you know what? I'm going to start with tenors this time. With tenors, I love you, but it makes for more music to learn. It's in a different key, and that's the main reason. So before we sight read this, I'm going to encourage everybody to not freak out and to use what you learned from just learning this a second ago and see if you can apply that knowledge to reading this. We're back on DDD just so we can focus on notes. Everybody's on DDD. We're starting at measure 54. 54. 1. Everyone see it? Because that's when you come back in. There's solo up until 54. DDD. 1, 2, 3, 1. Good. Let's just read it again. Read it again to say we did. The other good thing is this section is also doubled by the orchestra, which always makes life easier. Some of the other fugues are not. All right, here we go. Starting with tenors again on DDD. 1, 2, T, 1. T. All right, and then we get a little Agnus Dei. All right, so Agnus Dei, of course, literally Lamb of God who take away the sins of the world. And you know, I'm not a scholar enough to know, but there is this thing in a lot of these great classical masses, again, of which Zusmeyer was, a product of, same as Haydn and some of these other people. There's a tendency for these minor 3/4
on-use days. I swear to God, they're all the same. I don't know. I feel like every on-use day, again, a misa brev of any kind is cool. On-use day. And again, there's probably some symbolism here. In the Mass, you're going to say on-use day. Will shock no one because of the Trinity. The number 3 has a big place in the Catholic Mass in lots of ways. So on-use day is usually sort of intoned sort of 3-ish times. And again, it doesn't quite follow here, so there's points there. But nonetheless, this is a beautiful example of a genre of piece. And then there's a little surprise. So let's read this. And just see how far we can get. Here we go. On you stay. And give us a little color for the first measure. 2 and 3. 1. And 1. Everyone else. Turn the page. 3 and 1, 2, Lux et Good, thank you. So what do you notice? We repeat the whole opening. So good you do it twice. So that is a fun little surprise, is that if you were looking at this going, gosh, there's a lot of music left, it's really not. There is new text, he finished out the text, but we get to do, and which I just think is the smartest thing, because you guys know the best music in this piece, full stop, at least in my opinion, is those opening 2 movements. So why not just do it again? So nice you like it twice. So skip that for now. Let's go back and learn a little bit more of the On You Stay on our sort of whirlwind framing tour tonight, a little bit longer, and then we will we'll look at that section 10, because again, the notes are the notes. It will help us in both places. So, 68. I just want us to start right on your first entrance. I just want us to get more notes, please. You read really well, but read even better. And 1, 2, T, 1. Go. Here's your pitches. D's. 1. And we'll start right on it. Right on your entrance. 1, 2, T, 1. And. Good. Sopranos, you need to write E natural at 7. Again, sopranos, you just have a lot of moments in here where you're living in the facade. You just got to know the difference. One more time, this time with accompaniment. Here's the first measure. You don't sing. 1 and 2 and T and. 1. Nice job, everybody. Good. Oh, I forgot to cover one thing. Sopranos, sorry, 12, 13. In classical music, we're not going to treat that like we would in the Baroque, so it's going to be in time. Even eighth notes. If it was like 50 years earlier, we would flip it maybe. That's how we'll handle the grace note. Can we start at 11? And that's every time it appears. Here's 11. 1 and basses go. 2, 3. Nice job. Good. Yeah, good. Can we start at pick up the 21? Oh, sorry, pick up the 22. Sopranos, you got there. You really do carry a lot of weight on this movement. 1 and 2. Sorry. Everybody pick up the 22. And 1 and 2. Yeah. Yeah. Ooh, is it C natural? Yeah, it's lower than you want to be. One more time, piccata. I always think of chicken piccata. I can't help it. And 1 and 2. Good. And so why is that hard? It's a literal direct clash against the bass's D sharp, right? So it's just throwing you. One more time. Let's actually go back to 17. 17? Great. Just a couple more minutes on this. 17. And 1. Good job. 1. Good reading, everybody. All right, focus here. 1. Look, good thing. Very good. You guys are rock star. Yeah. We have a focus. Good. Shh. Listen up. Can we just, let's build the chord that we just at measure 45. 45. Here's the G for the basses. Basses, sing that on D. Ready, go. Hold it. Keeps going. Keep going. Keep singing. Sopranos. No D flat yet. E natural. E natural. D. Now D flat. D. Tenor. Good. Everyone sing that on D. Ready to go? Nice. Now let's get into it. Beat 2 of measure 41 on text. And 1. Do, na. And there will be, it's, good, stop. Because you're going to make a note. I'm going to cut you off at the bottom of 71, and you're going to write, don't turn the page. Because what we want is, then I'm going to look down at the orchestra, and they're going to go, boom, bum, bum. And they're going to start at the reprise. And the audience goes, oh. And then you can quietly, on your own time, turn your page. But what we don't want is, whoosh, boom, bam, boom. And that's a little too on the nose. All right, very nice. All right, I would like to now keep going. 72, please, with new text. Let's just see how far we can get. And then I'm going to save about 15-ish minutes at the end to review a few other things we haven't touched. So look at 72. Let's go to the bottom where we all come in. Okay, people, I really, I want you to read this well, so I'm going to set you up to read it well. 2 things. Everyone say lux aeterna. Luceat. Eis. Rest in eternal peace, what that means. And then we say Domine, then say cum sanctis. Tuis. In. Aeterna. Quia. Pius. S. Now, it's not a perfect transcription rhythmically because the text isn't the same. So let's go a little under tempo, and the notes are identical though, okay? So again, just really take a minute. So for example, that first entrance, instead of boom, exile, it's boom, boom, looks at, right? It's just a little different. All right, here we go. Here's 8. Here's 8. 3 and 4 and 1, go. Looks at, looks at, nice job. Cool. Good. Stop. Sing 14. Sing 14. You cut off right. 14. Ready. And. I know there's a snake in the house. Someone's going. And it is less than a second of 14, please. 14. And up. Good. I will say, the older I get, the more I do this. I used to be someone who I'd sit in a choir rehearsal, and I'd have it, and I still don't do this because I still think it's annoying, and I try to do it as efficiently as possible. But when a conductor would rage at you about some cutoff not being right, and I of course was right the first time. No, not always. But I get so annoyed. Oh, come on. Why are you spending so much time on this? Who cares? Who cares? It's not the biggest moment. And I'll tell you, now as a conductor, when I go back and listen to recordings of concerts, it can be the most glorious thing I've ever heard. And if there's one, I'm like, no! Like it's... So I just really want us to commit to that because, again, I'm not going to harp on it. I'm going to be clear. But I just want us, I think this is what the conductors I had missed. They felt it was their job to micromanage everybody. I don't think it's my job. I think it's your job. And I actually think we can get more done faster if we really pay attention to those things. And most of the time with me, people, unless that one thing I gave you, you're almost always going to put a consonant on the rest following a note. Unless I'll tell you, if I'm telling you, like we did earlier today, if I tell you to short something, I will. All right, here we go. S, and then we're going to go on. That's my diatribe over. Here we go. S. 14. And 4, and. Perfect. Similar. 1, and. Bravo! Good. Now, before we go on, the goal of what I'm about to do with you is pure survival and knowledge. So it's okay. Weirdly, so here's the first thing I'm going to do. Can everyone be an alto for a second? And I want you to speak the text here. Cum sanctis tui. Oh my gosh. Cum sanctis tui sine hete. All right, everyone's an alto. 3 and just that measure. Cum sanctis, just that measure. Everyone's an alto. 3 and 4 and 1. Cum sanctis tui sine hete. Good. Go again. Good again. 3 and 4 and. Cum sanctis tui sine hete. Yeah, and at the end of the day, people, just keep trucking. All right, don't let it break. All right, not too fast. Cum sanctis. Here we go, basses. Just do your best. It's the same fugue as before, just different text. 3 and 4. Cum sanctis. Cum sanctis. Good job, alto. Soprano. Cum sanctis tui sine hete. Good job, tenor. everybody, good. First off, wow. I just want to say, again, we have over a month to make that stellar. And that's just the perfect amount of time. Again, we can go out tomorrow with the orchestra and we can make it to the end. We just proved that tonight. But what we're going to do over the next couple weeks is really shape this, build your independence, right? Build that. And again, I'm just really, really proud of that. And again, on the new text, too, Kyrie is way easier in Christe, right? And it's way easier to sing the Cum Sancti, all that stuff. Absolutely great. Can we look at the last two measures in a beat? Quia pi. And I think this is loud. I think this is gritty. This is the last thing we're gonna sing, and I'm gonna hold that last chord a long time. Here we go, quia. Here we go. Ready and quia. Nice. I'm gonna be an 8. I'm gonna be an 8 starting at the quia. Here we go. Ready and money. All right, very good. All right, it is. Oh my gosh, it's like I timed it. Okay, great. Let's take a quick break. I don't think there's any big announcements, but I do want to do some gratitude. Any announcements? Yeah. I'm just going to do a little bit of gratitude and give your voices a rest, and then we'll do a little DSE at it. So 14, if you want to do it. Gratitude and announcements. So first off, Sue's not here tonight. Sue Breen's not here tonight, but she just did a stellar job. So next time you see Sue, tell her thank you. The Choral Festival last week was amazing. Thanks to Jess and our hospitality team, too, for a fantastic reception. Just awesome stuff all around last week. I'm a big believer that success and great events build more success and great events. It's a sort of flywheel idea, right? That this catches on to this and it grows. And, when I got to the chorale, I was sort of, for that festival, I sort of hopped on midstream. It was growing and growing and growing and growing and growing. And then the pandemic hit, and that's just what it is, right? And I feel that, it took a lot of work and a lot of tenacity to get that going again. But this past festival we had last Sunday felt like that wheel was turning again. A great group of choirs. We'll probably have more next year. More people everyone who was here felt great about it. You could feel the joy in the community rooms. I just want to say thank you to not just Sue, but to folks on the board, Sharon, Gary, and to other people who for years have pushed us to keep this thing alive, because I feel like it's finally caught back on. But post-pandemic, it was difficult to get off its feet. So I feel like we're in a really good place with that. And I just wanted to share that tremendous gratitude for all the people in the room, and of course for those of you who sang. And again, for next year, if you know local groups, if your kid's in a middle school choir somewhere, or there's someone talk to our folks. I know Sharon has put in the weekly email, Sue is looking for a co-lead. So if you're someone who you felt a little inspired by that event, you want to make sure it stays alive and keeps rolling, please talk to Sharon, talk to Sue, respond to that email and let us know. It's not as hard as it seems. It's a lot of communication. So if you're someone who's good at email, good at getting back to people, you'd be excellent at it. The next thing I'll say is with soloists. And so I am going to send out emails to them. I'm going to talk to a few folks tonight right after rehearsal, but mostly I'll send it out. As always with solos, I'm just so impressed with the quality of singer in this choir. I'll say, though, that it was my least favorite type of solo situation. My two favorite types of solo situations are solos for all, right? That's the happiest version, right? The happiest version is everyone wins, right? And then there's another version, which is it's kind of like our winter concert. There's sort of like three things is going to be what it is. This one sort of had that middle group. So again, I as always try to spread the wealth, always try to, do that. But again, I just appreciate people in this group coming out and singing. And there's always going to be opportunities. And so I just thank folks for that. But I'll send that out probably tomorrow morning. I'll get that together. So it's all figured out in my head. So if you're dying, if you're someone to whom the anxiety of this is too much, come talk to me afterwards. No, I'm dead. I'm not even joking. I'm dead serious. I am that person. I would tackle me and be like, "Tell me now, fool," and like grab my shirt. And so I understand if that's you. I'm happy to chat with folks one-on-one. Send me a message or something like that too. So just thank you all for that. And I know I always say it's tricky, right? Because keeping solos in-house is just an incredible gift, actually, because it means we're going to be able to rehearse with it and all that stuff. But at the same time, like those like emotions of wanting to be seen and wanting to do stuff is always challenging. So again, I just thank you all for coming out and singing, and thanks for respecting that this is a tricky process, and the ultimate goal is to let us have the best concert possible. All right. That's all I got. DSC let's go. I will say one other thing to think about, and I'm going to push this really hard the next couple weeks, is we have this crazy quirk of schedule where Easter is the weekend before our concert. So our quote-unquote piano dress, which is really just we just run through the whole piece in place, will be a week earlier than that. Keep gasping. Like I said, we're in actually excellent shape. We have a Friday dress rehearsal to pick it up. I actually have literally zero nerves about that, like 0% nerves about that. But it's just a fact. And so it's a fact that we have to wrestle with and we have to prepare for. All right, DSC let's go. All right. Page 14, 1-4. This is always silly. Today I thought, you know what? I'll bring a nice little drink for myself for rehearsal. Have I taken more than one sip? I have not. Hey! I would never drink a beer in here. All right, here we go. All right, here we go. There. Oh, 1, 2, ready, and... Bravo, thank you. Skippy, skip. 2. That's all nice. Standing, please. Confutatis. Standing. Confutatis. It's all under night. Here we go. Page 35. 35. Here we go. Confutatis. 3 and 4 and 1. Benedict flavis acribus confutatis, maledictis, amis lacrimus addictis, confutatis, maledictis, amis lacrimus addictis. My bad, Aldo. You're better than me. Basses. Nice. 1 and 2 in time. 3 and 4 and 4 and 4 and 1 and Ronnie. Get ready to go on. Get ready to go on. Don't turn the page in these pauses. If you beat the pause, that's okay. Wait for the intro. Do da da dee da da. Now turn. Focus but soft, laser-like. Nice job. Nice adjustment, sopranos. Very good. Grind it. Have a great week. See you. Fabulous rehearsal. Thank you all. Amazing. Thank you. Good work. 7:30 on the dot. Look at that.